This is Paul. Yeah. 505. For those that say that I'm wrong, why don't you ask my wife who was on the witness stand right now? It wasn't her. Why don't you look at the signatures on the court documents? They're not her signatures right now. Why don't you ask yourself why this is happening to me? Yes. There are some women that hate men. And in their hatred of men, it affects their spirituality. Now, it might sound derogatory, but when you're militant lesbian, yes, because of your hatred of men, it can become a very great concern to those that are men when you give their children to a woman, yeah, that is involved in militant, yes, Nazi lesbianism. Now, I'm not being bigoted. No. I'm just telling you what's going on. Now, since we can go back to 2011, yeah, it's nice that you can play the part of the victim when you're not right now. But for the last 4 years, I've been telling you that I'm the victim, and for some reason, you're unwilling to accept that. Why is that? Well, scales of justice. Let's see here. Oh, the further the opposing weights radiate from the center of the point of impartiality, the more sensitive must be the mechanism. The more exact the measurement, as each lawyer presents the most favorable case possible for the judge. Yes. Oh, for the client. Between them, they create an equilibrium which the judge is seeking. Yes. Now, let's say I'm right and it wasn't Heidi. Yeah. And Cal Gill wasn't representing the state because the individual on the witness stand, yes, wasn't the person that was supposedly victimized. And let's say that you renewed a protection order where there was a false accusation of me violating the restraint provisions of a protection order, right? And then you did it again, and then you did it again. Yes. Now, as much as you want to say that it's my fault for not paying child support, yes, I would say that every court order that you issued was in violation of the actual laws of the United States. Now, get the signatures, yes, and then identify the individuals that fabricated any assessments, evaluations, statements, reports, or medical reports, yes, and tell me their actual sexuality, spirituality, and exactly what they think of men. Oh, I'm the abuser. Really? I don't see how you could say that. I mean, I was the one that was arrested on Guam, but the newspaper article said that I had grabbed my wife's arm. Right now, the newspaper article said I slapped my sons when I didn't. The newspaper article said that the alleged victim had heard me yelling at my kids. Yeah. And then there's this idea that you're just going to victimize men because of the hatred that women have for them. Oh, why am I the hated man? Why do you hate me? Judge, if I looked at every court hearing and every signature, who was it that said, well, Paul's never going to go the way that we want to go? So we'll take his sons, yes, we'll deprive him of the use of the judicial system. We will fabricate false evidence against him, right? We're going to arrest him. We're going to deprive him of any counsel at all, yes, in his own personal defense, yes. And then we're going to make it look like that he's the crazy one, yes, for knowing that there needs to be notice of court hearings, right, that my rights were being violated, yes, and that you've sat there this whole time because of your hatred of men. Pooch! Purse. Now, what'd you put in that purse of yours? Yes. Was it pentagram diamonds, telepathic gems? Yeah. What do you have in your vaginal muscle? What's in there? What did you use the muscle for between your legs, Nazi lesbian women? What was it that you put in there?